name is Priska and welcome to our channel Chronicle of Diaspora. Today I'm going to present you with our new show, which is Cooking with Janine and Bijou. The show will be about cooking all varieties of Congolese recipes, and for today our recipe is actually Mbika with I'm sorry, it's gonna be chicken with Mbika, and this is our chicken. You can use, if you like, a whole chicken, but for today I'm just gonna use some drumsticks. And then with Mbika, this is the Mbika. And Mbika, I need to explain what Mbika is actually. Mbika is some type of squash, okay? It's come from the squash. It's an African squash, and that squash produces some seeds or nuts, and those nuts or seeds are dry out and ground, and this produces this powder, which is gonna be really, really interesting. And I know this is a very popular recipe in the whole African communities, and it's really, really good for the soup. But this is, I'm giving you a variant of Egusi soup or the Congolese Egusi, and the recipe is Egusi, Mbika with chicken. So I'm gonna show you how we do that in the Congo. Okay, we'll be right back.
Start.
Okay, now we're back. Okay, welcome back to my channel. So as we say, first of all, we wash out our chicken. Okay, we wash out our chicken. Now we're gonna try to cut them a little bit so we can season it. Okay, I'm gonna cut. This is obviously can be done ahead of time, but I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm gonna cut it. Just, cut a little bit. I'm gonna do that here too. This is, we cut this one so, the seasoning can go well inside, and so that your chicken can be really, 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 really tasty, okay? After doing this, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna season it, okay? So we almost done. And for my seasoning, I don't really like to use salt, just because I like to use the consommé, or what we call, this is it. This is the consommé of chicken. You can use what we call, actually in English, it's called the broth, okay? It's the chicken broth. You can either use this one. So this is what I'm gonna use to season. I'm gonna use the consommé. I'm gonna use the garlic, a little bit of garlic powder, and for my chicken I'm gonna use the Cajun spice. This is really, really good. It's a special salt seasoning that I get from the Green Valley marketplace. Okay, this is somewhere in Elkridge. All right, so these are my 3 ingredients I'm gonna put in my chicken. Okay, so this will help me to season the whole thing. So I'm gonna start with the consommé. Okay, I don't really like salty food, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, because you gotta see what's the quantity of chicken you have. In my cases, I have a lot of drumsticks, so I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of the consommé. Okay, then I'm gonna use 1 spoon of garlic. I know that a lot of people don't like garlic, but if you don't like garlic, instead of using garlic, you can either use, maybe you can use, I think, nutmeg instead of garlic. You can replace the garlic with the nutmeg, but I like garlic on my food, so that's what I'm using. And I'm putting my 2 teaspoons of, this is my special seasoning. It's called the Cajun spice. It's a gourmet seasoning, and it has a lot of, let me tell you what it has on it, a description. It's a variant of, you got salt, it has salt already, paprika, and onion, so I don't have to go through the whole process of grinding any other thing. Everything is included in here. It's a all-purpose seasoning, but I'm just adding a little bit of garlic because I love garlic in my food. First of all, as you must know, garlic has a lot of nutritional and health properties, benefit to it. So I personally use garlic because of, I control my blood pressure that way. Thank you. So I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix it up really good. Okay. I'm gonna mix it up, and once I do this, actually, I need to mention something. If you don't have this seasoning, you can actually make your own by taking, onion, garlic, and red pepper, and maybe some herbs like thyme and basil. You mix it up. It's gonna give you the same taste actually. But I like to speed up. I'm in rush, and I'm a busy lady, so I go with whatever it's already made, and I do that. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, we're gonna let it sit for a minute, and then there's a way I'm gonna let you know how to cook it. Mine, for our recipe today, I'm gonna put it in the oven and let it cook. Once it's cooked, and we're gonna do the sauce and wrap it on top. Otherwise, if you don't like it to put your chicken in the oven, you can, if you like, just fry it. That's another way of doing that. You fry it and put it aside. But mine today, I'm gonna put it in the oven, okay? So this is my oven. Okay, now, welcome back. I'm back again. So as I was saying, we were gonna cook our chicken in the oven. So I'm gonna place them on my plate, my oven plate. So this is how it's gonna be, and we're gonna let it cook for, okay, if we don't have enough space, I think we have plenty of space for the whole chicken. So we're gonna let it cook until it's brown, and once it's brownish, we will come back, okay? Now I'm gonna put this with my sauce I have here, and we turn on the oven. We're gonna put the temperature it's set up to 350, which is the most conventional temperature, but I prefer it to 45, to 345, so we can, it can be quick, and it's gonna be here for about 45 minutes to an hour, okay? So because we want it to be brown. So we're gonna let it cook until it's completely brown, the way we like our chicken. Now, I forget to mention, I told you that we were gonna make Mbika with, chicken with Mbika, and I explained what Mbika was. And also, while the chicken is cooking, we're gonna start fixing our Mbika. The first step for the Mbika this is really crucial, okay? Normally, what we're gonna need to prepare the Mbika for the sauce. You're supposed to put hot water in here, a cup of hot water. You mix it up with some seasoning, and the seasoning we need for this will be just 1 clove of garlic, and then these green scallions, if you call them scallion, or green onion. It's the same thing actually. So we're gonna need green onion and 1 clove of garlic. Okay, this is. Now, like I was saying, while we're waiting for our chicken to be cooked, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our squash, or Mbika, for the sauce. Okay. For this one, as I told you, we will need to prepare this Mbika for our sauce. We will need 1 clove of garlic and a lot of green onion or scallions, depending on how we want to call them. But I call them scallions or green onion. It's the same thing. Okay. Now we're gonna we're supposed to ground this one. Okay. We're supposed to ground these 2 ingredients, and a lot of people use the blender. But for this particular sauce, I prefer to use the mortar. This is really important. This is a tool that I prefer for some sauces, because in my opinion, okay, that's just my opinion, when you use the blender, okay, the ingredients are completely smashed, or usually it's transformed to a liquid. It's good because when you do that with a sauce, it gives you a heavy sauce. But for the Mbika, I prefer to use the mortar, because this one, I think, to me, it's excuse me, it keeps the flavor of the ingredient better than that blender over there, because the blender almost smash everything. But the mortar, keep it, you know, not too smashed. It's a little, it's chopped. It chopped it, but it doesn't smash everything completely, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and use the mortar, and I'm gonna show how to use it. Meanwhile, I'll see you in a minute. Let me prepare everything, and I'm gonna show you how to use the mortar, okay? Okay, like I was saying, we were gonna use the mortar to cook, you know, to prepare our Mbika. So this is the mortar, and I put in here garlic and scallions. So, you know, it's like grounded. It's the same thing as blinding, but this one doesn't smash it completely. So, okay, this is what I like, because I like the. Okay, let's see. This is how you do. It take about. It doesn't take long. All you have to do, if you don't want to, usually you just with a couple of bits here, it's gonna be enough. Usually, if you want it to be really quick, you can put a dip of salt, and it's gonna be ground really quick. But I'm not gonna use a lot of salt, just because I don't like salt. Okay, so this is how you cook, and I'm gonna show you the texture of this one. I'm gonna show you how it look like, because we've okay, let's see. It's gonna be a little different. You see? Let me show. I don't know if you can my camerawoman Biju can capture this, and I don't know if you can. Can you have a better look of that? I don't know. Will you tell me, Biju? Can you have a look? Oh yeah, you see how it is? It's not like completely. Yeah, it's not like completely smashed as, you know, when you use the blinder. Okay, so I prefer this one. So once this one is finished, we're gonna take hot water, put it in there, and so. We can do this one now. Let me get a cup of hot water. I'm gonna put it in the microwave. Let's get a cup of water. I'm gonna put it in the microwave, and we're gonna start, you know, preparing this for the sauce. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll do now. We're ready for our, you know, our green, our scallion and garlic is ready. So we're gonna mix it up in this one. So we're gonna dump it in our garlic, in our, like I say, squash, but in the Congo we call it Mbika, so that's what I'm gonna call it, Mbika or Bibete, whatever you're gonna, or even you can call it Mbika, Bibete, or Tete. That's how we call it in Congo, but in English it's squash, and I know my Nigerian friend or West African friend, they call it Egusi, okay? So those are a lot of names for that, but you know, bottom line, it's maybe some type of squash. You're gonna mix it up, you know, then you put a little bit of water. You know what, let me get something bigger so we can have more space to make like some type of dough, okay? This is the Mbika, alright? So we put, this is warm water. So we're gonna make it so and I forget to let you know that it's also good, if you like, to add a little bit of salt, you know, just a dash of salt or any seasoning you use. That way this one can be tasty, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. Okay, we make it, it's like a dough, it's gonna form like a dough. Did you see how it look like, Bichu?
Yeah.
So
it looks so yummy.
I know. Yeah. See, it look like, you know, we already, you know, when we cook like our dough for the donuts, African donut, it almost it's almost the same, right? So you're gonna mix it up really good. You mix up really good until, see that? You mix it up really good. You mix. And now we're just gonna wait for the chicken to be ready, and then we're gonna make the sauce, okay? I'll see you in a minute. While we are waiting for the chicken to be ready, so we can make our sauce, we're gonna go ahead and just prepare all our ingredients so we can start our sauce. Okay, we're gonna need some tomatoes. I got 4 tomatoes. I'm gonna use 4 tomatoes, onion, and of course I'm gonna use tomato paste. Okay, So I have some I've already prepared. You know, it's always ready because this is it's tomato paste, and I'm gonna use some tomatoes, and then this, and then some garlic. I'm gonna use 2 cloves of garlic. Okay.
That's a great
And
thing. That's a great thing that we're planting tomatoes.
yes. Okay, so we're gonna cut everything. I'm gonna start with the tomatoes. I'm gonna cut them into, some type of square. I'm gonna cut the tomatoes.
Two
This
pieces.
sauce, normally you can use it if you like. You can use again the blender to blend everything, but I don't like to cook that way because in sometimes I use it just if I want my sauce to be really really heavy, and I don't want that for this particular dish because of course, as you know, we're using the Mbika, which is already heavy, so I don't want to have that texture on my food.
So all the tomatoes.
Yeah, we cut the tomatoes. These are 1 clove of garlic. You see?
Garlic.
Yes. The garlic here. Reduce this sound a little bit. Okay. We got garlic. Let me put this. We got garlic here. And of course, we're gonna wash our onions.
Ooh, this tomatoes. This will be the best food ever. You have to try doing this.
Exactly. So you know already when you grow up, if you want a recipe or if you want to cook your food, you're gonna refer to our videos. Okay? This is made especially for you and Biju. And Janine. It's made for you and Janine. So when you grow up, you can learn how to cook. Okay?
And then I'm gonna eat it all the time. So it's gonna be yum.
Exactly. Now I'm cutting my onion. Did you see how I'm cutting my onion? Alright. Oh, we're gonna cut some type of like a square. See? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna put everything here. Do you remember what I did with this green onion? The one when I used the mortar to cut?
Yeah.
So I left a little bit, so I'm just gonna cut them a little smaller so we can use it for our sauce too. This is, if you like, you can, I can grind it if I like, but I'm just gonna cut them. It's the same thing. Cut them into pieces, okay? This is, alright?
These are little pieces.
Yeah, we're gonna cut into little pieces, and we still, as you know, we are still waiting for our chicken to be ready. Then we're gonna make our sauce. Okay? Okay, Biju?
Yeah.
See that? We are cutting, and
Well,
so,
we can't really see it because we're...
oh, my hand, okay, it's right here. I'm sorry, I apologize. You see now? So what do we have for ingredient? We have
tomatoes.
We got tomatoes, okay?
We got onions.
Uh-huh.
We got
Scallions or green onions, and then we got garlic. Okay?
garlic.
Then when we're gonna make our sauce, we're gonna add ground pepper. Alright? So we'll be right back, okay, baby? Okay. Our chicken is almost ready, so I see that it's brownish. We're gonna give it a couple of minutes while it's taking like 5 more minutes. Cup of oil, okay? So I'm doing 1/3. Usually it's about, okay? It's actually 2 tablespoons of oil. Alright? But if you like a little bit more, you can add, but the conventional wisdom is you don't want to use a lot of oil just because you gotta watch your cholesterol for smoked fish or for any other food. I'm gonna start with my onion. I think it's ready. No, okay, it's almost ready. I'm gonna start putting onion.
Oh, now you can really see that there's oil.
Yeah, here it is. Start putting onion. So we're gonna let it cook.
Because I can see the oil bubble.
Oh, you can see that, right? Yeah? So you can see the bubbles. So you mean obviously that's its oil. So you start cooking.
So yeah, guys have to remember that this is oil.
Now, you see the onion and stuff are cooked. Then onion and the scallion and the garlic is cooked, then I'm gonna add the whole tomatoes here, okay? I'm gonna add the tomatoes. You see? I'm gonna add the tomatoes.
Look at this.
So, you see how it is? Now, this is the good step. While you do that, you can add other ingredients. I'm gonna add, you know, like a teaspoon of black pepper.
But not too.
Not too much, so you don't. Teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. It is just a little bit, because I don't like salt, like I say. And I'm gonna put consommé because that's what we eat it to do, okay? We're adding consommé. 1, 2.
I don't think there's gonna be space for all of them.
No, you will. We're gonna put as much as we can. Because we're gonna add water, you know. You know, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, that's enough. This one, we're gonna put it aside. Okay?
You just let it
This is
go.
the chicken broth. We can use it too. I'm gonna put the broth. We can use it for the sauce if you like. Or we can use it for the rice. You see that the broth? Excuse me.
That was so hot. If I could do that.
Okay. Now the chicken is ready. You see we put.
And so we're just gonna put some water.
Yeah.
Mm,
We can
I
put
really
water
want-
or the
I
broth.
really wanna make this.
You wanna make this?
Yeah.
You put the broth. You see the water that came from the chicken we got. But when you add the water has to be to the level of the chicken. You see that? You see, I'm adding water. And you know what I'm adding water, right? Because
Oh, it could be the level of the chicken.
we gotta put it in the level of the chicken. Then the next step is, remember our Mbika that we made?
Yeah, Mbika.
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 So this is the step. Yeah, this is the
So
step.
let's just take a look at the Mbika.
Okay, go ahead.
See.
This is the whole process. What I do is, hold on.
It looks so yummy that I wanna taste it right now.
You yummy? Don't worry, you're gonna eat it.
It
very
is
soon.
so
Okay,
yummy.
now, you know,
Just go take some scoops.
you use it as, you know, you cook as if you're doing, you know, you do your meatball, you know, you gotta make
Yeah.
a bowl.
Yeah.
So, and
So it's not hot anymore because
okay, do that. Okay, you see how it is? It's keeping the bowl. It doesn't wanna be all over the place. This gonna
Yeah.
keep
just
the.
just
This gonna be, yeah, it's gonna keep the Mbika like big, like meatballs, you know. You can make them small or you can make big. It's up to you. And usually I put them where there's the bubbles, you know. That way, see? You see, Bijou?
yeah.
Okay. Now we're doing that, okay? So we can have good recipe of. See, what do you think? Is it not interesting?
So interesting.
It's really interesting. So we're gonna have that.
And look, it's like dipping in.
Yeah, we're dipping all the mbikas in here. And once they cook, as you know, the mbika usually gets a lot of water. So it's gonna eat up water that we have there. So we gotta make sure we got plenty of water. That's why we're adding a lot of water to the sauce. So see that? So now you got it. This is
Now it looks like it's covering the all of the chicken.
yeah. So that's what we want. And I'm gonna give you the plate to taste. I'm gonna put rice on the side and this. So it's gonna be really, really yummy. See that? This is the Congolese Egusi, Mbika with chicken, whatever it is you call it in your country. I'll call it Mbika, I'll call it bibete, I'll call it chicken, you know, I'll call it bibete, I'll call squash. You can call it squash if you like, it depends on which language you speak. But this is it. We're gonna cover it up and we'll be right back. Okay? Now our egusi is ready. Did you see that? Did you see how it look like? What we have here is some bubbles. It's bubbling, and our Mbika has kept the balls in round. Okay, they're still bally. I'm gonna show you pretty much how it's gonna look like. You see, look like, you know, this is it here. Okay, this is how it is. So that's how it is. How it look like now. I'm gonna serve myself on my plate, and I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna start eating, okay? So let me get my plate, and I'm gonna serve myself. I'm gonna see how it's gonna be. It's gonna be so good. So let's see what we have. Okay. So now I must know this is my a lot. I just need, this is what I'm gonna eat. Of course, you can either eat it with cassava, with rice, and if you like with bread also, you can just eat with bread. But today, I'm eating with rice, okay? This is my dish. And see, okay, this is it. That's what I'm gonna have, and this is my Mbika with. This is my Mbika with. You see how it look like? Now all we have to do is, you know, start eating, and so tasty. Now if you don't like chicken, you can use smoked fish, okay? So we see you next time with our new video. Meanwhile, like we say, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell button so you can receive any video if we upload them, and also share your comments with us if you have any comments, or if you have any, you know, give us your opinion, what you think about this video, and if you have any suggestion for us, let us know, and we see you next time. Okay, thank you.